Markets are all but certain we'll see a rate hike at this week's FOMC, but there is still enough suspense to keep investors on the edges of their seats. So what can we expect? Joining us from the NASDAQ now is Shark Tank star Kevin O'Leary. Kevin, welcome back.
Great to be here. Thank you.
Kevin, markets are all but certain a rate hike will be announced, but what if a surprise happens? Could it cause a market tantrum?
Well, there's quite a bit of tension regarding how many rate hikes. Many feel that there'll only be 3, some say 4. 4 would be a full percentage point. That would take us into a rather interesting position because if the long end, the 10-year, doesn't really move up, we're going to have a relatively flat curve, which generally signals a recession. I don't think that's the case, but it's one of the concerns the market has and why you're seeing a lot of volatility now.
But Kevin, unlike when Fed officials decided to hike rates the last few times, this FOMC meeting occurs in the context of a pickup in financial market volatility. So how does this change the landscape?
It just shows you that volatility is back. After 2 years of very benign markets, no news could move the market in either way except up. Now we have a situation where we get shockwaves like the Facebook news today, vehemently denied by Cambridge Analytics, but nevertheless has taken down the tech sector over 2%. So you can start to see the old days are back. Everything old is new again. Volatility is back, and investors have a chance to decide every day whether they want to get in or out based on the tone of the market, which the trend lately has been down.
Turning to tariffs now, Kevin, Canada is getting relief for now, but can Canadians really breathe easier?
No, I don't think the long-term outcome of the negotiations is going to be better for Canada. For example, on steel, what will probably end up in the NAFTA negotiations is a proof of source of all steel. So if you're a Canadian automotive manufacturing facility that's using Chinese steel to reduce your costs, you're not going to be able to do that anymore. So your margins are going to get compressed. I think the long-term situation for Canada is not good. Investors have already decided to move with their money. Net investment, direct investment, is down 51% over the last 3 years in Canada. It's also not competitive anymore from a tax perspective. 27.5 versus 21 is not compelling. Carbon tax is the only place in North America where you get it. Highest personal taxes. I think it's time for the government up there to pivot and come back with something in a better package for investors. Otherwise, money will continue to leave the country.
And on a lighter note, we know you as Mr. Wonderful, lover of money, so we need to get your take on Warren Buffett's latest philosophy that doubling your net worth won't make you happier. Kevin, I know you love money, so what do you think of this?
Well, I think it's noble to say that, but I've been rich and I've been poor, and I can faithfully say after a lot of due diligence on this topic, rich is better.
Kevin, finally, you are hosting an all-star fundraiser on April 5th, taking place at Toronto's Casa Loma, and you're bringing with you Mark Cuban and Barbara Corcoran for the event. But it's not an all-out party, correct? It's one that requires brain power in the sense that you're hosting a Q&A soiree.
Yes, I'm going to be interviewing no holds barred, a topic with Mark Cuban regarding his attempt maybe to become president of the United States. Barbara Corcoran's going to be talking about a lot of topics about entrepreneurism. I'm doing this to raise money for the Canadian Olympic Foundation and also to reduce the debt of my campaign in my run for the Conservative leadership. So everybody that gives me a ticket for $2,000, I match. I give $2,000 to the Canadian Olympic Foundation, and the federal government matches me. So I'm hoping to raise $1 million for the Canadian Olympic Foundation to really help our next gold medal winners, to identify those kids that are 5 to 8 years away from the podium. I think it's a really good cause.
All right. Well, best of luck with that, Kevin. Thanks so much.
Take care. Bye-bye.
And thank you for watching. We'll be back tomorrow.